Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to another episode. Today, I want to talk about mutual empathy. Now, what is it? What does that mean exactly? What exactly is empathy? Well, empathy is not just your ability to feel for other people or to um, feel other people's pain, right? But it's the ability to understand their experience, right? Because you've experienced the same thing that they have. But it's also a two-way street. Empathy is a two-way street. Just because someone might seemingly have it better or worse than you, it doesn't mean that it's any less significant or it has any less value attached to it. I know there's still a lot of people, and me included too. I still do this from time to time, not as much anymore, but from time to time I will, where everybody's just always trying to one up each other on who has it worst, which is the stupidest thing that I think I've seen in my life is people. Remember when there was a time where people used to try and one up on each other on who's better. Now it's who's worse, right? who's had it worse, who's had it worse growing up, who's had it worse today, who's had it worse financially or emotionally or with relationships. It doesn't matter. But if you're having a conversation with me about who has it worse, or who has it equally as worse, or who's much better off, if you want to try and play that game with me, well then I'm just gonna go ahead and leave you alone. Like I'm just gonna shut off the conversation, because the conversation's not going anywhere for me. It's just a competition of hey, I know you feel bad about this, or hey, I know you're upset about this, or hey, I know you're depressed about this, but I've had it much worse than you. I just lost my dad. I just lost my mom. I just broke up with my girlfriend, my kid got kicked out of school. Like, fill in the blank, like whatever the excuse is. I am much worse off than you are. If you're somebody that wants to, and it doesn't matter who it is, but if you come at me like that, well then I can't have any empathy for you, because again, empathy is a two-way street. If you try and diminish the significance of my pain or my hurt or my depression or my anxiety, well then, you know what, bro? Like, same to you. The feeling's mutual on this end too. I can't deal with somebody like that. So but I understand. I mean, I'm not delusional. I'm not the only one that this happens to. This happens to a lot of people. But hey, and I'm speaking to the people that are actually, like the perpetuators of that, right? Look, just because someone else might seem like they have a much better than you in some regards. Maybe you've had it worse. Maybe you've had military experience and you felt the burden and the pain of that, having experienced that. But the other person didn't join the military, but he had his own trials, and he had his own tribulations that he had to go through, and then you trivialize it or diminish like all the pain and all the suffering that he feels because of his experiences, because on the surface it feels like you're the one that's experienced it the worst, or you're the only one that has problems. Well then, I have news for you, my guy. That person is just as much of a human. He's just as flawed. He feels depression. He feels anxious. He feels scared, about as much as you do, maybe even more so. But who cares? Like, who at the end of the day, who really fucking cares? Who feels it worse, or who feels it better, or like how this person grew up, how the, like just because you see me a certain way, because you're projecting, and you want me to feel bad, or you want me to feel worse because you feel much worse. Well then, I can't, I can't get involved in that. I can't have any kind of a partnership or relationship with you, right? If you do that. So, you know, it just like this whole stupid fucking game of like one-upping each other on who has it worse or who has it better. Like, guys, we need to stop that, okay? Because we're all human beings walking around on this spinning rock that has a lot of chaos and has a lot of turmoil attached to it. Like we're all sinful. Like we're all imperfect and fallible human beings. And we all need help, like we all need someone to lean on. We all need somebody to talk to, and like one of the conclusions that I've come up with in my own life personally is that, like me personally, like I don't have a lot of guy friends. I really only have a few that I can count on my fingers, right? Like I think most people do. It's very rare that anybody has like 10 friends, 20 friends, 30 friends, 100 friends. Like that just rarely happens, if ever, right? You really only have a few friends that you can count on with your life, right? Especially just in case something very serious happens, like a health-related issue, or a work-related issue, or financial-related issue. But nonetheless, going back to the subject at hand here, the reason I feel like I don't have I don't have a whole lot of male friends is maybe because of how I look, and this isn't me being shallow. This isn't me being, just beating my chest like, oh, look how good looking I am. I look like. I look like a male model. I look like Brad Pitt. I look like blah, 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 blah. No, like I mean, obviously, for anybody that has two eyes, that has 20/20 vision, can see that I'm an attractive guy, right? That I'm a good-looking guy. I'm just going by observation. I'm not going by ego or narcissism. Like I just go by like all the compliments that I've been getting over the years about my looks. Okay, that's the only thing that I'm basing this off of. But I think the reason why I don't have a lot of male friends is just because of that, because of how good looking I am, especially when it comes to their girlfriends or their wives. Like they don't just don't want to be me to be around their girlfriends or wives, and I mean that's completely understandable. Like. I wouldn't want to bring myself around my girlfriend or my wife either, but honestly, like why do you care? Like why do you care if you really are secure in who you are as a man, or who you are as a human being, or who you are in your relationship, or where you are in your relationship with your girlfriend or your wife? Like why does it matter how I look? Like why does it matter my personality or anything like that? Like what does it matter how much charisma I have, or how chiseled my jaw is, or like how like soft my skin is, or how beautiful my eyes are, or like how much hair I have on my head. As long as you're secure in who you are as a man, and if you're not, and you're just constantly jealous and envious, and can't ever feel like you can have a normal relationship with me, like just because you're a man and you're fucking fat and overweight, maybe you're balding, maybe you look like Danny DeVito, but like, hey, you know what, like toughen up, like get the fuck over yourself. If those are the thoughts that go through your head whenever you come across somebody like me, or whenever you come across a guy like me, like, hey, you know what, like this is who I am, I was, you know, this is how I was born. I take good care of myself. I go to the gym. I work out, and that's the other thing too. Like like looks are fleeting. You know, looks are temporary. You know, and looks can go at the drop of a hat. You know, like I mean, I could, if I really wanted to, I could just fucking just drop everything and get fat again and start eating like shit every single day of my life and not go to the gym, not be serious about my health and just completely let myself go. And hey, you know what? Not a very good looking guy anymore, right? Or maybe I get into a car wreck on the job when I'm out lift driving and I burn half of my face. Okay, so so if you're just constantly fixated on like, oh, like this guy is like really good looking, this guy's really funny, like this guy's this or that, and that's why you can't be friends with me, or that's why you don't like me, or that's why you can't have a conversation with me, or why you can't bring me around your other friends or your girlfriend or your wife, then hey, you know what, dude? Like, I am unempathetic towards you. I'm very like, I don't care what your deal is. I don't care where you are in life. I don't care how you grew up. I don't care if you treat me like that. Well, then I'm gonna treat you accordingly. I mean, that's just how it goes. That's how the law of attraction works. Okay, and yet whenever I do that, I'm the fucking bad guy, right? Like I'm the villain. I'm a complete asshole. But hey, you know what? The way that I see it, everybody in this world is an asshole. So why? So it's like, if you can't beat them, join them, right? So you know what? Like in some regards, hey, you know what? Maybe I am an asshole. But I mean, you know, but you know, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. So empathy works both ways. You know, if you want to go ahead and play this stupid game with me of like who has it worse, you have it better because of how you look, you have it better because this or that. Well then you know what? Like I don't have anything to say to you. Like there's no conversation to be had, and you know, like we don't really have anything to offer each other at that point, right? So you know, like whatever, like go feel sorry for yourself. Go you know, go back to your shitty relationship with your girlfriend or your wife. Go back to your, you know, your fucking insecurity beta cuck bullshit, because I'm done. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked it. If you did, please share this with your friends and your family. Subscribe to me on YouTube at Collectively Fearless. Follow me on Instagram at it's Matty_ice. And if you want to keep getting daily content like that, like do all the things that I just said, so that I can, you know, so you can keep getting more content like this. So anyway, guys, until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.